Senator Chuck Grassley joins us live from Capitol Hill. So, Senator, obviously we want to get your reaction to this deadly, tragic crash. But when it comes to some of these nominations that are there, I think there's an amount of urgency. They need to be confirmed right now for national security purposes.
It's very important that we move forward. It's a tragedy what happened, and prayer is what most of us can do. And what I know about it is what I've seen on media. It reminds me of 45 years ago, Florida Airlines had a crash just on the west upriver from the 14th Street Bridge, and I'm reminded of that. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. We have a lot of questions, but it looks like everything's going to go forward. According to Senator Tom Cotton, are you under the belief that everything's going to run on time today and that the hearing's going to go as scheduled?
It hasn't been any change as far as I'm concerned. And of course, if the leadership of the United States Senate thinks our hearing shouldn't go on, obviously it won't. But as chairman, I think it should move forward because it's very important that we get a new person for the FBI. And that's a hearing in the Senate Judiciary Committee that I'm chairman of.
And you think Kash Patel is the right guy, correct?
If you looked at only 41% of the people have confidence in the FBI, and that means that the public is irritated because the FBI has been used as a political instrument for the Biden administration and getting rid of the political weaponization. And Patel has a record of fighting crime. He's a law enforcement person. He's the right change agent for the FBI. And if you've been following any of my investigations the last 4 to 6 years on the FBI, then you know that I personally feel that there needs to be a big shakeup on the 8th floor of the Hoover Building.
Mm-hmm. Senator, we Fox and Friends, we brought our cameras out to Iowa. We visited with you and your amazing wife, and you told us all about corn and shucking the corn, and you grow corn. How does RFK Jr., how will that affect your business and other farmers' businesses? We were all glued to his hearing yesterday.
Yes. I was only there for the 5 minutes of asking questions because I had to get Pam Bondi, Attorney General nominee, out of my committee. But following what I could on news media and talking to my colleagues and questions that I asked, there was very much concern from agriculture farmers and leaders in my state about some statements he's made on agriculture. One of my 5 questions dealt with the fact that usually the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the EPA are the ones that affect farming the most. He's made comments about it, and I said to him, I want to make sure that you're not going to in any way try to affect agriculture as being a secretary of HHS, and I got my assurances from him that he would not do that.
Senator, stand by just a moment. We just got a note from Lucas Tomlinson, our Pentagon guy, who says that the U.S. Army has started next of kin notifications regarding the collision over the Potomac last night. They say it was a fairly experienced Black Hawk helicopter crew. They did have night vision goggles aboard the helicopter, and military investigators are probing the crash, according to senior defense officials. Senator, I know that you have flown in and out of Reagan National for decades. And one of the things during that time is the air traffic has essentially doubled. It went from 15 million people a year to 25 million last year. We know that there's a problem with America's air traffic control system. We need more air traffic controllers.
Well, that's been made very clear by the questioning of Duffy as Secretary of Transportation, and also it's been a big concern of appropriators in the United States Senate. It was a discussion yesterday, even in our Republican caucus, about the need for more FFA controllers. So it's a big issue before the Congress of the United States, and we got to accept the fact that we've got to have safety of the airways and the FAA plays a very major role in it. In fact, almost the sole role.
Senator, before I let you go, just a quick thing. It was pretty clear that Senator Thune leaned on the senator from North Carolina to vote for Pete Hegseth, and he put him over the top. It looks like Senator Cassidy might be still on the fence when it comes to voting for RFK Jr. Your thoughts about talking to him, about getting him through? Do you feel that's that your role? If you feel it's going to help the president put his team together?
First of all, I think the president has a mandate. And if you accept the mandate of the November 5th election people, then the president ought to have his team in place to accomplish that. For me personally, I may not agree with everything that RFK Jr. feels about certain issues, but I think HHS needs a shakeup, just like I feel the FBI needs a shakeup. This is a town that's an island surrounded by reality. 93% Democrat vote for President of the United States in this district, and we've got to bring some common sense to government in Washington, D.C., and I think like people like Patel for FBI, FDR or RFK for HHS is very, very important.
All right. So
Thank you, Senator.
He wants the president's team in place. Senator, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Senator.